Hi everybody, welcome to Majesty's House of Music. If you have not subscribed to our channel, kindly go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So if you visited our website, you've seen our advanced F-sharp course. This is a course that goes for over 3 hours that covers advanced concepts in the key of F-sharp. One of the chapters we cover in this course talks about diminished chords, and you want to understand how to apply diminished chords in the key of F-sharp. I'll post this extract, okay? But if you want much more, you can get the full advanced F-sharp course. I'll put the links and contacts in the description below this video. So for now, let's get right to this and have a look of what to expect in the advanced F-sharp course.
Welcome to the fourth part of this DVD. In this one, we are going to be covering diminished chords, let's say diminished seventh chords, how you can use them in your playing on the key of F-sharp. So these are things that will help you just sound better on the key of F-sharp. So let's start. Let's check what's a diminished chord. You know, a diminished chord looks like this, something like this. That's the F-sharp diminished chord. F-sharp, A and C. If you wanted to make it a diminished seventh, we just add this note, so it would become something like. So anyway, so whichever of these four you play is the same thing. So in essence, we only have 3 sets of diminished chords. So we have this one. This one includes 4: the F sharp, the A, the C, and the D. So wherever you start from, then back to F sharp. Then we have the second group starting from G. Then the third group starting from G sharp. Then after that, you just come back to the initial group because you'll have to start from A. So yeah, so those are the 3 sets of diminished seventh chords we have. And then diminished chords, these ones. So how can you use diminished or diminished seventh chords? Depending on the context, how can you improve your playing in the key of F sharp? So let's say you wanted to do a certain movement. Let's start with diminished chords. So probably you wanted to do a certain movement. Now these diminished chords, probably we'll use them in the chromatic scale. So not necessarily for numbers which are on the scale. Let's say you are playing a 1 and you want to go to the 2. You want to pass through the flat 2. So what you do, you play the diminished chord, then to the 2. You can also play the diminished chord to lead you to the 3. Okay? Then to the 4. Still play another diminished chord to the 5. Okay? Play another diminished chord to the 6. So those are the diminished: flat 2, flat 3, flat 5, flat 6. You can even use the flat 7 one. So so you have those diminished chords. How can you use them? Now, I've even demonstrated how you use them. So instead of even just using the diminished, you can use the diminished 7. So, okay. Then so those are the diminished 7th chords. So you have something. So now let's see, what can we substitute this diminished 7th chord with? So instead of just playing this bass line, you can play the 6. Okay, so let's do this. So you see what I did there? So have the 1 to the 6. Use that diminished chord. Okay, so sounds good. Or maybe you don't have to use it from here, you can use it even from here. See that one? So that's the other inversion of that diminished chord. So instead of using it like this, use it like this. So then you can have something like this. So you can use now the diminished 7th chords. Okay, so the 3 to the 6 to the 2. So then you have something like so what you should learn to do is to use all the inversions. Like for example, you want to use this inversion that leads you to the 2. So you see which inversion I used there? I used this inversion. I used this diminished. If I use the diminished 7th, that's how it looks. So let's use it on the 3. Okay, the 3. Okay, so it's quite simple. So what I want you to note is that, let's say you are playing the what? The 3, something like a 3 chord. You will see that in the diminished chords you can use that one for the 2 and its inversions. So this or so 2. So let's make it a diminished 7th chord, so you have something. So see what I'm doing there? I'm extending the diminished 7th chord, so such that it starts and ends on the G sharp. Okay, so see what I did there? I used that on the 3. Now, if you look at this diminished 7th chord properly, so this is we have the bass line on the 3. Now, this is the diminished 7th of G sharp, which is the 2. Or you can use the diminished 7th of the 4. Or this one, this is the flat 6. Or the 7, whichever works. So you can use that. You can use that. So let's go to the 2. Let's go to the 6 and see what diminished 7th chord you can use it with. So you can have this one of the 5. You can have this one of the flat 7. You can have the flat 2 one. And you can have the 3 one. So, in essence, you see those for the 3 and the 6, the diminished chord theory is like repeating itself. So, if, for example, you are on the 3 or the 6, which is basically a minor chord, I'm trying to exclude the 2 here. So, if you are on the 3 or the 6, you can use it with the diminished 7th chord. If you are on the 3, use it with this, the 2, the 4, the flat 6, or the 7. Then if you are on the 6, use it with the 5, the flat 7, the flat 2, or the 3. So those are kind of small movements. You don't necessarily have to use those. You have so many other chords you can use for the 3 and the 6, but they sound good. You can even substitute them with movements. Like, let's say a movement like this. See this movement? So I taught that movement in the previous chapter on grace notes, but now if you look at that movement, it involves a diminished 7th chord. Just look at it properly. So this one, that is a diminished 7th chord. So okay, so those are a few diminished 7th chords you can use here. So there are these movements. You see a movement that goes or something like, I know you've had such movements. Or so now let's break down that movement. Let's say you are moving from the 6 to the 2. So okay, so let's break down the 6th movement. You can play like that, or just play the whole diminished 7th chord. So 6. Then to the 7. Then to the flat 2.